let us look at the Kakamega Central, paper 1. I'm sorry you did not get it on time. Do you say on time or in time? In time. On time. Outline 8 literary forms used in writing of the Bible, 8 marks. So we have poetic books, for example, books of Psalms. We have also wise sayings. For example, which book? Proverbs. We have prophetic speeches, for example, Jeremiah. We have prose narratives, for example, Genesis, Exodus. We have letters, for example, which letter? Corinthians. We have legal expressions, for example, Leviticus. We have songs, for example, Songs of Solomon. We have gospels, for example, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and we also have religious epics, for example, Exodus. Question 1b. How did the temptations by the serpent lead to the fall of humankind in Genesis chapter 3? 6 marks. So these are the temptations. What was the end result of the temptations? What did it lead to? Number 1, man was made to want something that was not his. Man wanted to be like God. That is the first point. He wanted to know what is good and what is evil. He doubted the nature of God. I feel like this Nini wants to slide. Even when I was there, either someone did something on it, because it's very scary. Give me that one. Wait. All of you will laugh like until tomorrow. If I can fall here, you will laugh until the whole school come to rescue me. Even when I was there, I was feeling, hey, there's something wrong. So sure about it. I don't understand. Thank you so much. They doubted the nature of God. And they doubted the nature of God because Satan, or the serpent, yes, the serpent portrayed God as a what? As a liar. And they doubted the nature of God because even the serpent told them that they wouldn't be able to do what? To die. Also, it led to man was mistrusted by God. There was a loss. They lost the relationship between man and God was shaken. So there was mistrust between man and God. They disobeyed God, and they disobeyed God by eating the forbidden tree. Also, the temptation made man to develop greed for knowledge and power that belongs to God alone. So he wanted power and knowledge which only belongs to God. So as a result of the temptation, man rebelled against God after listening to the serpent's advice. Question 1c. What lessons can Christians learn about creation as the work of God? So what can we learn as Christians? We learn that creation should be conserved. As the work of God, we learn it should be conserved. man is a creation of God, or rather is a co-worker of God. Christians should continue with creation through scientific discoveries. Christians should also come together to join hands in controlling soil erosion, environmental pollution. Question 2a. Identify 7 actions that demonstrated faith in Abraham's life. So we are talking about actions that demonstrated, that showed faith, that Abraham had what? Faith in his life. Number 1, he abandoned idol worship to serve Yahweh. He accepted to change his name and that of his wife. He accepted to change his own name from Abram to Abraham, and that of his wife from Sarai to Sarah. This you can find in Genesis chapter 17, verse 5 to 6 and 15 to 16. He also made a covenant with God. He believed in fulfillment of God's promises. He wanted to offer his son Isaac. Also, he demonstrated faith by building altars at Shechem and Bethel to worship Yahweh. He accepted to leave Haran to unknown land. He sacrificed animals in covenant making. And lastly, he accepted circumcision as a sign of covenant. So those are ways that he demonstrated faith. Question 2b. What is the meaning of the events that took place on the night of the Exodus? 8 marks. So if you ask about the meaning of the events, you must write the event and then the what? The meaning. 1 year lamb without blemish as a sign of purity or no sin. So the Israelites were supposed to slaughter that. They were supposed to smear blood on the doorposts. And this was a sign of identity. They were also supposed to eat while standing. And this demonstrated that they were in a hurry to leave. Small families were to share with their neighbors a lamb. So if small families were there, they were supposed to share with their neighbors. And this ensures there were no leftovers. They were supposed to eat the meat with the unleavened bread to show they were in a hurry, because there was no time for the what? For the dough to to rise. They were to eat it also with bitter herbs as a reminder of the slavery in Egypt. They were to burn all leftovers. That is to ensure that they did not leave any of their mark in Egypt. They were to stay indoors till morning so as to avoid the angel of death. The Israelite women were supposed to collect jewelry and clothing from the Egyptian women as a form of payment or compensation for the work they'd done. They were also to eat fully dressed to show that they were in a hurry and thus there was no time left.